organization that I chose to talk about was Rush Street Ministries. They are a nonprofit that help those in need of food, clothing, furnishing, and appliances. My purpose today is to persuade you to become a volunteer at Rush Street Ministries. I have volunteered many times and I have given up items to someone in need, and I can definitely say that it is worth it. I have volunteered at Rush Street Ministries, and they have a motto that is used daily, which is, "The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace." They are living by the motto, and you can see it in their everyday work. The organization was founded by a mission team from San Angelo, Texas. The ministry is named the Christian Service Center, but it also goes by Rush Street Ministries. It was established in 1955 and has been thriving ever since then. The purpose of the organization is to donate to those in need and rely on the help of their San Angelo community. They will take things from anywhere in the community, anybody that's willing to, and there are many people that are volunteers and they volunteer daily. They will give whatever they have anytime, but they rely on those certain people to have things to give to those in need. The things that they do need are clothing, and research says that there have been millions of clothing items donated in many different countries. The ministry accepts clothing items for children and adults, which means it can be any size. There are many clothing items that do not fit us that we will often throw away. I will even find myself going through my closet and just chunking things out and thinking about how many people could have used that, or how many people would want the items that I am just throwing away. The best way to get rid of unnecessary clothing is to donate it to nonprofit organizations or organizations where they are giving it to people that are in need. What you may not need could be what somebody else is begging for. Shoes are also acceptable. They can be any size and preferably in decent shape. Food is also acceptable at Rush Street Ministries. They will take perishable or non-perishable items. If they are accepted, they'll be accepted within the used by date. The best items would be canned goods or box goods, because those would last a lot longer and they have a much longer shelf life than refrigerated items or things like that. Food is always a necessity, and it is important that we donate to those in need. And 40% of food is thrown away in the U.S. that could be used. That is food that we may say that we don't want and we just throw it away, but food that somebody else is begging for, food that somebody else needs because it is a necessity, that we are just throwing away because we don't realize what somebody else needs. Appliances, they will accept those. They need to be functional, and furniture should be in good shape as well as clean with no pet hair. Together, Rush Street Ministries connects with Just Between Friends and San Angelo ISD. They use clothing along with donations to give away. To gather food items, they meet with grocery stores and gather any food that they are willing to put towards the ministry. In grocery stores, there are many food items that people do not take, people don't eat, or many things that just aren't popular. But eventually, once those items start to grow and get bigger, grocery stores wouldn't want to leave them there, so they will donate them to Rush Street Ministries or even local places that are willing to give up those items. Even if it's just a few items, it helps to Rush Street Ministry. Lastly, Together Appliances and Furniture, they do not rely on donations. Those items are not as common as food and clothing, and they are also higher in price. These items don't come through as much as food and clothing, like I said, and it's not a necessity, but it is nice to have. Many of us have furniture and appliances, but we're not as grateful for them because we are used to having them. If Rush Street Ministries was not in action, many people would be left with nearly nothing. There are many families that rely on this organization to provide a meal for their families. Families may only have the ministry's gifts to look forward to. Although every item is not a necessity, most are. Families need these things to continue, and it is important that we donate to this organization. That way they can continue blessing families with these gifts. We live in a small town compared to many, and we should help our neighbors as they would help us. We take food and clothing for granted, and we should always offer it to those in need. Donating will never hurt you. If anything, it will help somebody else. If many people start to volunteer, we could possibly feed and clothe the families in the towns next to us. Instead of Jess and Angela, we could move out and we could slowly grow Rush Street Ministries. You always start somewhere, but the more the donations and the more volunteering goes, the more widespread our actions will be and the better the outcomes would be. I would like you to go through one drawer in your closet and find at least 5 items that you are willing to donate. If you would rather go through a pantry and find 5 items that you would donate, that would be great as well. It would be worth it whenever you saw the smile on somebody's face. And it doesn't take long to go through your pantry or your closet or whatever, just to find something that you don't need, that you are willing to give away, and it would be very helpful to somebody else. I hope I have provided you with enough information today to make you feel comfortable with volunteering at Rush Street Ministries. If you want to contact them, I have a phone number that you can contact them with, or if you would like me to help you, I would help you volunteer as well. Thank you.